Hello and welcome to the Change Your Badge newsletter. And thank you for signing up for this free mini workbook series, which is called 3 Days to Feeling Happier at Work. My name is Lisa Townsend. I'm a creative career coach. And over the next 3 days, I'm looking forward to sharing with you some techniques and skills which will enable you to start to feel happier at work. Now, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how difficult it can be to lift yourself out of a negative frame of mind, something that we all can find ourselves in when we are unhappy. I certainly know how easy it is to get trapped in a pattern of overthinking, replaying the same situations and circumstances over and over again. I am the world's best at doing that. When it comes to work, I find the most effective way to start thinking about being happy in your career is to focus on the things that you need and that you want in your professional life. Sounds simple, yeah? Well, it may sound simple, but it can be harder to put into practice, especially when you're caught in that negative pattern of thinking. So the exercise that I'm going to share with you today is designed to kickstart that process into action. Today's exercise is a short guided visualization about the work that makes you happy. It's going to employ your two new best friends, creativity and imagination. And the work we're going to do is going to focus on thinking about the here and now. So we'll also touch on some mindfulness technique too. Now, after you've finished the video, I recommend that you click the link in the email, which will take you to the worksheet. And if you follow the instructions there and complete the task, then that'll be the end of the exercise. So if you're ready, all you need to do now is find a quiet spot to sit, somewhere where you can be comfortable for the next 5 minutes or so undisturbed. And we're going to start simply by taking a few deep breaths in and out. In through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And I really recommend that you close your eyes if you feel comfortable. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep noticing your breath coming in and out. And just keep repeating this over and over. Good. Now, I want you to imagine that you are walking. You're walking along a path, and the path is leading you around and around, higher and higher, up to the top of the mountain. You can feel yourself getting higher and higher until you are now at the top. When you get there, you stop, take a look all around you, and you realise that you can see for miles and miles the full 360-degree view. As you look all around you, your attention is drawn to a spot on the horizon. And in the distance, you can make out a place. And instantly you know that if you had to go to this place every day to work, you'd be happy there. As you look at this spot, you start to become more and more curious and look more closely. And you start to zoom into this place, leaving the top of the mountain. And you travel there, to this place of work, a place where you can be happy. And when you get there, you find yourself hovering over this place. And you look down and you start to notice what kind of place this is. Is it a city? Or a town? Or maybe a quiet village? Is it somewhere busy or quiet? Is there a lot of noise? Are there lots of buildings here? Or perhaps just quiet countryside? One of the buildings catches your attention, and you know this is where you work. So you zoom closer, float down, until you are inside a room. And in this room, you catch sight of yourself working. You know that this is a place of opportunity, somewhere where you are happy. You look around this special room and you start to notice how the room is laid out, how the room is decorated. Is the room full? Maybe it's sparsely furnished. Are there coverings on the walls? What colours are in the room? Is this room just for you to work in? Or are there other people that work here too? As you look around, get a feel for the kind of work that goes on this room. How do people work here? Do you do the same work every day? And do you always stay in this room to work? You now watch as a person comes into the room to ask you a question. What do you notice about the interaction? How does the atmosphere feel between these people? You watch as you give the person advice. What kind of instructions do you give them? And how does that person respond? The person leaves, and now it's your turn to ask for advice. You ask a question. What do I need to know in order for me to get from where I am to where you are now? You listen for the advice. It's nearly time to go, but before you leave, you're invited to choose one thing to take with you. What do you choose? You start to feel yourself drifting, floating back up out of the room out of the building and away from this place until you're all the way back at the top of the mountain. You start to notice your breath coming in and out of your body. You wiggle your fingers and your toes. You are sat back in your room once again. And when you are ready, you open your eyes.